Hi and welcome to Tim's Tips. Today what we're going to take a look at is security users in Chorum PM. If you go into GM functions and under security and permissions, there is an area called security users. In a previous edition of Tim's Tips, we took a look at how to set up security roles. Security users are those that are going to be working within the system. We encourage everyone using the system to have a unique username, password, login. The reason we say that is because of all the tracking mechanisms that are within Chorum PM. For example, who went ahead and overrode a rate or overrode a room type? What was the old housekeeping status? What's the new housekeeping status? What was it changed from and to? What time did that happen? So as a result, housekeepers and others should all be added to security users within Chorum. To set up a user, you're going to create a name. It could be a first and last name. It could be just the first name. The username is what they're going to need to go ahead and sign into Chorum. If they are utilizing any sort of staff mobility, then you may want to utilize the culture feature that's within the security users. What we're able to do there is we're able to take the headers on mobile devices and change them to a different language outside of English. The roles area is where we go in and we set the roles that that individual will have access to. And as mentioned in a previous edition of Tim's Tips, we addressed setting up security roles. The different modules in which a user is able to access. So by keeping a box unchecked, that means that that module is not visible to that particular user. So this way it helps to keep their screen nice and clean when they go ahead and log in. And each user, when they put in their username and password, is then directed to a login page. And a login page can be where they're usually working. It doesn't have to be the main screen of reservations. It could be any other. For example, if it is a housekeeper, then maybe it makes more sense for them to log into the housekeeping module. And as mentioned earlier, we do have staff-facing mobility as part of the Chorum application. And we have three different areas: housekeeping, maintenance, and management. And like Chorum, they might have a landing page in which you want them to be able to log into if they're using a mobile device. Override rights allows the user to override within Chorum. This is including things like rates as well as room types, etc. Inactive is the area where you're going in and inactivating a user. So the user may be temporary, they might be not available. You might want to go in and inactivate a user, or possibly they aren't working for you any longer. The password recovery prompt allows you to be able to go ahead and access the system without having to reset the password for a user yourself. This gives them that capability to be able to do that. Remote access, of course, is important for those that want to be able to access the system from outside the property, either from home or an external office. And then the very last feature within the security users is Security Administrator, which gives the user the ability to change or grant permissions to any Chorum user. A user without this option, though, who also has access to security and permissions, would only be able to grant the same permissions as their own. So this is a very quick overview of security users within Chorum. We hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for additional Tim's Tips coming up in the future.